Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a fun project for Spiegel Mom Scraps, and also welcome to the first of my December documented 2022 videos. So I'm going to start with a page that I've already completed. We'll go on to make a page together, and then at the end I'll show you sort of the beginnings of my album and where it's at. So this fun page I did the other day. Christy's been doing some gorgeous things, and you're going to be seeing them on her channel soon. Some gorgeous things with Canva, and I use Canva a lot for my thumbnails. I mean, I just have the free version, so I use it for my thumbnails. And there is Chopin saying hello. But I never thought to sort of do a few pages in the 6x8 format, and she gave me the idea using the portrait setting, and it works perfectly for 6x8, and it actually, with my printer, I think I printed it out at A5, which is a little bit longer and a little bit narrower. But this is very simple, but just fun, and I thought I would pop it in there. I'm still going to do another page with photos, actual photos of my Christmas tree, but getting the tree decorated in my craft space, and then just a little bit of journaling here, and I inserted a photo. I was quite proud of myself, my friends, to do that. And you can see here it has a little bit of a gold sort of outline, and you're going to see in the next page where that gave me another idea with my gorgeous sequins. So some decorations, I popped just a gold flare hat flare here, some bramble fox, two little bramble fox sort of star bursts, I guess. And then I went with my sort of current standby winter charm and gold medallion. I think this unfortunately is sold out per se, but there's a gorgeous gold mix in the November pre-order, which is still there, and winter charm, of course. And I wanted to bring in, because I put this sparkly tree, which is from the Advent that I got from Chris last year. I still have a few of those left. So I just popped that there, and that brought in just a little touch of red. So I thought I would go in with the winter charm and the gold medallion, bring in a little bit more gold, and then bring in some of the red. And I love it. And I had one gorgeous star left, sparkly sequin star in this mix, so that got on the page. And then just sort of filled in a few spots, not too much, fairly simple. And that's sort of the fun of it. I guess it's like a hybrid, and it's a cross between digital scrapbooking, printables, and hybrid, and it's just fun. So there you go, my friends. So that is one that I did completely off camera, and let's now move on to a page we can do together. All right, so I have here, as you know, I am using the Vicki Boutin album this year from her Christmas collection this year, because it's a nice thick album. So I took, these are actually 2 pages, and I glued them together because it had the December calendar in the middle, and I don't think I will be using that. So I just glued those 2 pages together, and we'll see if I use this or if I turn this into something else. But this lovely wreath gave me an idea. I was watching Chamel's kickoff on the 1st, and the day 1 of Journal Your Christmas. And the sort of prompt or the idea for day 1 was a selfie with your album. And that could be like a full selfie, half a face, however. So just to get yourself in front of the camera with the prompt of the day being magic. So I took this photo because really what I wanted here, so there's just a little bit of me here, part of my album, a little bit of my tree, and I just snapped it just quickly for the fun of it. I wasn't even sure I was going to use it. I was sort of just practicing. But then I said, you know what? I'm going to put it in my album. And I'm going to use this wreath where it says Happy Holidays, but I already have my title page, so I don't really need it to be that. But the idea I have, so you can see I used a die here. It didn't really do a full circle because of the size I had printed the photo, but it's a perfect size to fit in here. So I'm going to pop that there, and then you're going to see in a minute where the idea from the other page comes in. So I'm just going to sort of put this down the middle for now so that we get it down. Right here is what I want to do with that. There we go. Now, there's a couple of things I would like to do with this. I'm going to make it the sort of one. So you can see here that I have the number 1, and this is from the Bramble Fox Advent calendar from last year. So I am going to use, I'm not going to be numbering all of my days because I'm not doing a December daily. I'm doing a December documented, and in fact, there are going to be a couple of entries that might even be before the 1st of December. So this will sort of mark the 1st of December, I guess, in the book. I'm going to get that on there somewhere. Now, I used my die. You've seen me use this often. I've used it on the last couple of background basics layouts. So I used that, and I just sort of got some dies in the greens that will match. I'm sorry, the video was a little bit dark today because it's just a horrendous day out there. Pouring wind. I don't know. We're getting some very, very odd weather. Of course, all of the snow has melted. And it's warmer than usual, but today it's sort of going to shift, so the wind is going to even get worse. There could be power outages, so I figured, you know, I better just get this done because I want to get it up. So I used, there was a scrap here of Vicki Boutin paper that I had, and these 2 different colors of green. So the first idea that I have a little bit is to add a bit more of the leaves sort of around here to give maybe some extra dimension, and just sort of pop these around. Let's see, pop that under there. There we go. And I'm going to leave that area free, and then maybe pop this one here, sort of like this, and perhaps one more right here. And I think I'll put this one right on top. So there you go, something like that. So get that down. Then this is where I want to then bring in, and I think I will start with the gold sequins, and my idea is to go all the way around, I think, the perimeter here, all the way around. Take the flat ones, I think, mainly. Let's see, this one is not complete. There we go, going there. And then just sort of go around here to give it that little bit of pizzazz all the way around. Look at that. Yeah, see, what do you think, my friends? I think that is going to be so cute all the way around. And then I will go in, I think, with the Winter Charm and use some of the red in here as well. So let me go get this. I'm not going to do this with you because it would take way too long and quite boring to just see me put some sequins all the way around. So let me go and get this done, my friends, and then I will come back and we will finish this together. Winter Charm is definitely still, that's part of the November pre-order as well. Hustle Bustle, I think, was maybe the October, but I have that one here as well. And then an older mix from last year is Holiday Classics, and I'm going to bring that in maybe for a couple of the big white ones, although I'm not sure here. We'll have to see. So let me go off and go a little bit further, my friends, and I will be back with you. Okay, my friends, so there we go. Now, I love how this turned out. So we got all those leaves around to sort of add to the wreath and add a little bit of extra dimension. We did that together. And then I showed you sort of just the first couple of sequins. And that's the idea I had, which goes with this. Now, these will not be next to one another in the album, but I still sort of like a little bit of repetition here and there. So I went around with all of the gold sequins, but I added just a couple of red ones in there for the fun of it as well. So I used mainly the gold medallion and the Winter Charm. As I said, the Winter Charm is part of the November pre-order, and it's still up, actually, probably now. I don't know, I'm pre-recording this a couple of, a day ahead, really, so I don't know whether it will get replaced by the time this goes up on Sunday the 4th, but if by any chance it does, then I'm sure this will be available as a single. Hustle Bustle, same thing. Now, in the end, I did not use Hustle Bustle on this one, but it is another lovely, lovely sequin mix for Christmas. And then Holiday Classics from last year, which is no longer in the shop, but, there are other awesome holiday ones if you want. So there we go. So I got the reds and the blues mainly from here. I was going to put a couple of green, and I felt they just sort of faded in. There was so much green there that I didn't really need any, but I did use 2 of the holly leaves here because I sort of didn't want to poke my eye out with a sequin. So I popped this underneath, and then I just wanted to put another one opposite in this little area, which seemed, this is where a few of the sort of branches met. So there you go. So that is what I wanted to do, and I love the way it turned out. I put myself some journaling lines here because I just want to talk about how I am now enjoying this album. It's not magic per se, but I think doing a December documented album sort of gets us a lot more into the spirit. It's fun. Like, I wake up in the morning and I think, okay, what might I find today that I could get into the album? And it just gives that little extra holiday spirit. And again, as I've said, I credit a lot of that to Christy and Helen over the last couple of years. And then, there are quite a few projects that I love to watch, including theirs, obviously, as well as Kelly Oblak, who does lives pretty much every day. State Goddess Sandy does a gorgeous, fun album as well. Crystal, there's so many. So I'll just keep trying to remind you of a few every time I pop on here with a project. So now this needs very, very little in the end. So I think I'm going to put my one up here because it will balance that off. Now, if you notice, I took the twine out because I think what I'm going to do is pop one of these bows on top. That is sort of all I need, and it will sort of bring the page up in the middle as it comes down here where I'm going to put the journaling. So, I didn't bring my liquid glue, did I, to get this on there, or did I? Hang on. Okay, there we go. So let's pop that up here. And then I'm not sure that we're going to need an awful lot more. I don't want these pages to be overly, detailed, and because I want to have time to, complete it and get it done. And so I like gorgeous pages, but they don't need to be overly complicated. I think this, with these gorgeous, gorgeous sequins everywhere, just sort of does what needs to be done. And then, as I say, now, would I want just a dot on there or a bow? I think I want a bow. I think that'll be cute. These are very old. I've had these in my stash for years. They were from Stampin' Up. It was a little Christmas collection of sort of enamel dot type things. Let's pop that there. Oh, that's cute. I like that. There we go. Yes, see, I'm happy that I'm doing that instead of the twine. Let me just move it a little bit. There we go. It's a little bit crooked. So there we go. I'll get a little bit of journaling down there. And then, my friends, I'm not sure that I really need an awful lot more. I think a flare piece will be just too much. I have some lovely dimension there. The only thing perhaps I admit I had talked about before, the bow, but I don't think I need. Now, would maybe just a couple, I don't know, how would this be? Should I pop? Oh, you know what? I kind of like that. Pop one there. Oh, I like that. These are also from Chris from last year. I used some, but I have a fair amount left this year because she was so very generous. Would I put another one there? Or here? No. Or here? No, that's too far down. So I think maybe here. Pop it there. There we go. I don't think I need a third. I think that will do it. There you go, my friends. All right. So I kind of love that. Again, as I mentioned, if there is a time of the year, which is even more, I mean, sequins are awesome year round. They are the perfect finishing touch. But at this time of the year, they can be even more special. So there is an affiliate link down below that can get you to the shop fairly quickly. And as I've mentioned before, you can still use my code, except for the pre-orders, because they are already discounted at a higher rate than my code would give you anyway. But you can still use my code, and it gives me just a little bit of a commission here to help me with this channel. Now, am I centered? Yes. All right, my friends. So we have, for today's project, we have these two gorgeous pages, which I love. And then let's see where we are at. So, sort of my title page here, which you've seen. This was my project on the 17th of November. So this is sort of going to be my intro. And then we'll need to put something there. And then, you see, I am going to put... No. You see, this needs to come here. So I'm going to put that here. There we go. So it's sort of like day one. I need to get something here. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to put in there yet. I'm sure I will find something. Then, as I mentioned, I'm not sure here whether I'm actually going to use this to maybe fill in a few things that happen through the month, or whether I might just cover this up and turn it into a different page. I don't know. Then we have this one, and this here, you see, getting the tree decorated in my craft space, I'm going to put here. There we go, because on the, there we go, I'm going to pop that in there, because here I am actually going to use the photos of my tree and do another sort of just decorated page, I guess, because the journaling is here. And that's part of the fun with these. They're a little bit addictive, actually, my friends, if you pop on over and start doing them. This one is very simple, but I love it. Again, I was using the same sequin mixes here and this lovely little glittery tree that adds to that. And I did put one Flairalicious piece there. Now, I could have maybe put that on the outside of the pocket. I need to remember that for next one. So there you go, my friends. So it started. I'm pre-recording this on the 3rd. The album is started. I love this. I'm going to go off and do my journaling. There you go. Make sure you pop on over to the Spread the Sparkle Facebook group as well and see what's going on over there. Pop on over to the shop if you need any sequins to help you out with your December documented. And I will see you back here very, very soon, my friends. Thanks so much for being here. Bye for now.